A giant container ship glides through a narrow strait at night, its lights flickering like a floating city moving in silence. Waves slam against steel walls as satellites track its slow path across the planet. But behind this calm movement lies a hidden network that decides where ships go, who profits, and how global trade survives. So the question is simple: who truly keeps the world's shipping alive? Every day, more than 80,000 ships cross the oceans, carrying almost everything people use, from phones to food. This system runs through a web of ports, companies, data centers, and unseen agreements. It is not one government or one corporation, but a layered network of players spread across the planet. Right now, this story matters because global shipping is under pressure from conflict, climate risks, labor disputes, and record-high demand. Understanding the network behind it helps explain why some routes break down and why others keep going, even when the world seems to freeze. The network began to take shape in the late 1950s, when container shipping emerged.
Would it not be great if my trailer could simply be lifted up and placed on the ship without its contents being touched?
Companies standardized steel boxes around the world. This move allowed ports from New York to Rotterdam to work with the same system, reducing loading times from days to minutes. By the 1960s and 1980s, global carriers started forming alliances, sharing vessels and schedules to cut costs and expand reach. These alliances slowly turned into powerful groups that controlled major trade lanes. In the 1990s and early 2000s, digital tracking entered the picture. Companies introduced satellite-based AIS signals, letting ports and governments follow every ship's position in real time. This made the system faster and safer, but also tightly interconnected. After 2016, several mega-alliances took control of most long-haul shipping routes. They connected ports across Asia, Europe, Africa, and the Americas, creating a network so efficient that even small disruptions could echo across continents. Recent years brought new stress points: port congestion during the pandemic, temporary canal blockages, and rising geopolitical tensions affecting routes from the Red Sea to the South China Sea. Evidence of this secret-like network appears in public records, industry reports, and port data. Analysts reported that a handful of alliances manage the majority of global container capacity. They do it through slot-sharing agreements, coordinated schedules, and joint terminals. A trade journal confirmed that these alliances operate under legal frameworks that allow cooperation on certain routes, while regulators monitor them for unfair practices. Port records from Singapore and Rotterdam showed synchronized arrivals of allied ships, suggesting planned efficiency. These patterns appear in multiple regions, not just one. Satellite data also confirmed how ships reroute together during crises, such as storms or security alerts. It's not hidden in darkness. It is hidden in plain sight. Some experts argue that this network is not truly secret, simply complex. They say most of the information is public, just difficult to understand without industry knowledge. Others believe the cooperation between carriers concentrates too much control in too few hands, creating risks if one group faces trouble. There are also gaps in visibility. Not every contract is public, and some decisions, such as last-minute route changes, are made internally. Governments disagree on how much oversight is needed. The truth sits somewhere in the middle. The network is known, but rarely explained to the public. Behind every container are workers who depend on smooth shipping for their livelihoods. A delayed ship can mean lost income for truck drivers, warehouse staff, and port crews across several countries. People living near ports also feel the impact when congestion grows, or when storms force ships to wait offshore. For consumers, even a small slowdown can change daily life. Food prices rise, electronics take longer to arrive, and businesses struggle to restock shelves. These ripples stretch across homes and communities far from the ocean. Experts say the global shipping network works like a circulatory system. Ships act as arteries, ports are the organs, and data platforms serve as the nervous system. If one part fails, pressure builds everywhere else. They also warn that the system rewards efficiency, but not resilience. Like a perfectly tuned instrument, it plays beautifully when conditions are ideal. But one broken string, one port closure, one political shock can throw everything off. That is why understanding the hidden network matters. It helps people see how fragile global trade can be. We learned how decades of decisions built a powerful global shipping network. We saw what evidence confirms and what remains uncertain. Now we explore what might happen next. Shipping alliances will keep coordinating routes because it reduces fuel use and costs. Efficiency will stay the top priority, especially as demand grows. More governments may add regulations to limit the influence of large alliances. Some regions already review cooperation agreements every few years, and this trend is likely to expand. A major structural breakup of the network is possible but unlikely in the near term. It would require large legal changes or major economic shocks. At the same time, unpredictable events, storms, conflicts, cyber incidents, could still reshape future routes. In a world where almost everything depends on ships, the hidden network behind global shipping quietly holds our everyday lives together. Understanding it does not remove the challenges, but it gives us clarity about the forces shaping trade, stability, and opportunity. To go deeper, watch our next video. The ocean highways the world can't live without. New information keeps emerging, and all insights here come from publicly available reports, data sets, and maritime sources.